Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips Part 3, last one. I think we got it looking pretty good. The very first video was a long, drawn out process, and I apologize. Now, she wants the one that looks like this with the text around it. So what we need to do is take this graphic and make it about that size, regardless of what size she's going to make it. I'm going to hold down the shift key so it'll be growing from the inside out. And you see I'm pretty close. So what I'm going to do is now nudge it down twice, 3 times. And then I'm going to take an ellipse and I'm going to kind of make it the size of those text. So I'm big, so I'm going to hold down the shift key. It'll grow from the inside out. And I think we're good. Now I can take that line and go down 3 times. So that's what we want to put our text on. So the text is all capital letters. And they did it, didn't do all caps. They kind of did it weirdly. And that's okay. And it, you know what? We could probably do that away. I'm going to leave a couple of spaces that go in because they just put it around there. Now, there is, I'm trying to, I'm not a very good speller and I'm having to watch the word upside down. Period. Okay. I went to the Liberty and found a font that was pretty close called Western Fonts. And all I did to find that, I went to DA Fonts and type in Western and it came up right there. So the person I'm doing it for, you could go through and look for some other ones. But I think that one is pretty close. And it's download it. Basically, it's free. And now we need because the way I did this, we're going to need to size the font. So I'm going to take this ellipse. I'm going to go to arrange and convert it to a curve. I'm going to go to Windows, Dockers, Properties. And I'm going to find out how long this is by hitting this button right here. This curve is 17.6. I don't want it touching. So I'm going to make it 17, or probably actually 16.5. That was right, 17, right? Yep. Now I know that's going to fit or be close. So now we can, and what I like to do, I'm going to change my nudge factor. I like to get it away. Let's make it 7. And let's move this out of the way. I like it just a plain circle. And also this, in the real logo, it's not really, to me, centered, the combat, but I'm going to make it like that. And she could even ask the customer if they'd really want it at least one word. I would actually do the font differently. You know what? I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to go to text, fit text to path, and put it on the path. Now I need to just rotate it. And we're a little bit short. And we could change that with 2 ways. We can change it with the shape tool and bring this in a little bit. That looks pretty good. That's about where the other one is. Now I'm going to go here and go to arrange, break text apart, and then I can nudge that over, and there is that logo. I do not like the word written upside down. And I've just noticed that this has a funny R on it, but that could be reduplicated too. But for a piece of glass, once they do the beard like I did the cap, and you could, if you have a scrap piece of window pane glass, test it. Test it on that size, because we're actually pretty big right now. We're at 6 inches. Control G to group it. Very seldom you're going to find a glass you could put a 6-inch logo on. I think about that's going to be about the most you're going to be able to put on. So I would test that size on a piece of window pane glass. And, depending on, how much the customer is paying you for this, see, there's some of those dots that I don't really think they need to be in there. I think they need to be taken away. But, do his mustache and his beard and get a little bit thicker. I think these lines will be a lot easier than these lines because you're going to need to get rid of those little bitty broken pieces. And there's a couple of ways to do that. But like I showed on the cap, I think it's the best way. Anyway, I hope that helped them a little bit. And thank you for watching.